Hey guys, welcome to the Hobby Home. Adriana is here to help me today. I'm going to do a really quick demo showing you guys how to do a virtual tour of the Guggenheim Museum and how you guys are going to do your next assignment where you're going to be creating a full critique on artwork. So I'm going to do a little screen record for you and then summarize by doing an actual critique with an artwork. And I'll show you guys how to find all of the information that you need and where you can find the template in Google.
19 and Friday 320. Guggenheim Museum Tour and Critique Essay. If you go into your classwork, you'll see there's instructions to use this link and make sure that you guys really view the video all the way through. It does explain everything on how to tour and use Google Arts and Culture and how to properly critique artwork, which is what this essay that you're writing is going to be on. So if you go and scroll to the bottom of the page, you'll see a link for the Solomon Guggenheim Museum, and you're going to click that, and it'll direct you over here. And what's really neat about this museum is it is one big giant spiral. So as you walk through, you can either start at the top, you can start at the bottom, and you can see that it's just lined with different artworks. So just like with Google Street Maps, you can click different X's to kind of speed you up to certain spots. But one of the things I want you guys to kind of take notice of is the ceiling that's in here. The architect was Frank Lloyd Wright, who's one of my favorite architects, as nerdy as it sounds. But we talk about all the time how art looks photographs and looks better under natural light. So when he was designing this building, by having the spiral and this kind of opening at the top and these smaller portals allows the light to shine on the artworks, which is pretty neat. So if we come and you want to click, you can click here to bring you to a certain spot and you can view artwork. If it's an installation piece, which is like this one, you can view up. You can see how it's actually hung. You can move around the artwork to see it from different views and angles. If you want to turn around over here, you can click these buttons to kind of direct your view. So if I was to come over here, I can actually turn around and see that, oh, this is another artwork. Over here, we'll have some information on the piece. If you wanted to go to different floors, I could hit floor 5, 4, 3. So you can take kind of a little walk around the museum, which is neat, and check out some of the different pieces. You can actually look down there. You can look up and see some of the different views from the first floor, which is a really awesome museum. Unfortunately, they are closed right now, but we kind of get a little sneak peek, which is cool. So I'm going to go back up to the sixth floor where I was at, and I'm going to look at this work that's right here. So if I actually look in my bottom dialog box, you can see that there's certain works that are in, like this one that we just looked at, the Google Online Museum. So it'll tell you Untitled by Laura Owen. So if I go ahead and click on that, it's going to give me a little bit more information. So this piece looks kind of interesting. You can zoom in because honestly, you can't really tell if this was something done in Photoshop, if this was something that was cut and paste. We can see that when we zoom in, there are like daubs of paint that are on here. But with modern art, it's a little difficult to discern. So automatically my judgment's coming right into play. Like, how did they do this? So, but while you're here, you can view that it's untitled, Laura Owens, the date that's created. These are all important things for your essay that you're going to be writing, which I'll get into. To go back to Street View inside, you would click there. So I'm going to go ahead and click the Guggenheim Collection online. And what this is going to do is give me a little bit more information. So for a full critique, you really want to make sure that you have the title of the piece, the artist, the date, the medium, right? So this is where things get a little funky because to me this looks like something like a cut and paste they might have made digitally. But if I look at my medium, it's acrylic, silkscreen inks, flash, oil, and gesso on canvas. So this is actually a traditionally made piece. So right there, my judgment from my initial thoughts is already thrown off. Um, The dimensions, it's pretty large, 108 inches by 84 inches. You want to make sure you have that in there as well. Typically, for the online pieces, they will have the information here, but it asks us to go to her specific page, which to speed things up, I already did. So I did read a little bit. So you're going to want to do research. So I researched this artwork a little bit, and it says that built through Photoshop. So her reference images she builds herself digitally, and then painted by hand to emulate a digital aesthetic. So she creates the look of digital work, but traditionally. So it's something that's called trompe l'oeil, which means fool the eye. So different techniques become indistinguishable. So her base layer is a website advertisement for a windowsill protector called Paws Off, right? And she adds these kind of massive drop shadows, jumbles text and images to create an image that, while we can't tell, is traditional and looks digital. Which is I find really neat. So when you're doing your critique, you want to make sure that in your description you also have those details as well. Going back to our classwork, what you're going to do is make sure that you are including a minimum of 3 to 4 paragraphs. You want to watch the video, answer the question. There's a daily question every day. And then choose one piece of artwork that you found at the Guggenheim to analyze. Analyze, you're using elements. When you describe, you're using the principles. Then you're going to interpret, and then you're going to evaluate whether the artwork was successful. And you'll see in the next part of this video how to do that for professional artwork. And make sure to include a photo of the artwork and note if the artist, time period, movement, size, all of that. And there is a rubric attached over here. Okay, and you're going to submit it as a Google Doc. You do have 2 days to complete this assignment before midnight on Friday, but I want you guys to get outside because it's going to be beautiful the next few days. So I'm giving you 2 days, time to work on your sketch, time to get outside, but make sure that you please hand this in on time. So it's only a short descriptive essay. And don't forget to check daily questions. This is the template for the essay. So I tried to make it as easy as possible. It's set to the correct formatting type, name, date, class and grade, title of your artwork, and then gave you guys a few pointers to help get you started with writing. So explaining in depth, describe the different parts you want to describe, analyze, interpret, and evaluate. Making sure you have an open closing paragraph or statement, the image of your artwork, and to cite your sources. So I hope you guys found this helpful. If you have any questions, just email me or send me a reminder.